When people get to a point where they need to start doing inner work because their health is suffering and they're not finding answers with the regular traditional medicine, and they're looking at alternative ways, and they're noticing and they're understanding that how stress affects their bodies, starting to do that journey to go within yourself can be overwhelming and scary, and you might not know where to start. But it's actually really simple, and I just want to share the simplicity of this. It doesn't have anything to do with doing a certain thing or being a certain kind of person. It only has to do with tuning into yourself, and you can do that, and that is free. You can do that at any moment, at any place, wherever you are. We can always make the choice to tune into ourselves, and that is meditation. That is the essence of meditation. It's tuning into yourself, your true self. Now, that this may take practice, but it's really just coming out of your thoughts and your stream of consciousness and all the stuff that you're thinking about, which is limited a lot of the time, and it's not the full perspective. And coming into an awareness on your body. You're focusing on your breath, focusing on how your body feels. You're focusing on all your senses. It's mindfulness. You're becoming aware of your body in this moment, living on this planet, in this life. And in that moment, something magical happens, something that has been scientifically documented. It calms your nervous system. It affects your heart rate. It affects your heart rate variability, which is your stress, how stressed you are. Your stress comes down. The hormones of the stress hormones are decreased. You get more into the parasympathetic state where your body can heal versus the sympathetic where you're in fight or flight. All of these physical things happen when we tune into our bodies and become simply present, out of our heads, out of our thinking, out of all the things that are frustrating us or making us feel overwhelmed. You're just noticing your breath. And that is the beginning. When you start to become aware, you can start to notice. It's just about noticing what's coming up in my mind. When you're putting on your makeup in the mirror, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts every time you look at yourself in the mirror? What are your thoughts when you go somewhere and you have to interact with other people? What are you thinking? What are you telling yourself? What are your beliefs about money? What are your beliefs about relationships? What's happening in your mind? And when you can start to put a spotlight on that, that's when things open up, because then you can see it and then you can question, is this true? Could there be something else, a different possibility? But it's only when we start to notice that, and the same thing with our feelings, noticing what's coming up in our body, asking where it's coming from instead of automatically pushing it onto other people. Or self-medicating, or falling into addictive patterns and eating and all these things, emotional eating or drinking, right? And so just becoming aware, starting to notice, start to pay attention to your thoughts, to your feelings. You're meeting yourself. You're establishing a relationship with yourself. That is the doorway, and everything else will fall into place, and you don't need to do anything besides start to become aware of what's going on within.